Hey man, this is really difficult, but I've come to you because I trust you and you trust me after everything we've been through, right? Can I borrow $60,000?
What's it for?
Well, it's for my cancer treatments.
Oh, well, if it's for that, I'm happy to help.
You will? Thank you so much, man. It definitely isn't to send to someone with big boobs.
Sorry, what?
Boots. Like, boots, not boobs. Boots. Because I got my tractor and I'm gonna do some work because I need the boots. Because I've plunged so far deep into the depths of delusion that these boots are the only boots that can save me. Scratch the T off of that, boobs. I'm so deep into the depths of delusion that the boobs are boobing right now. Boobs and cancer apparently is what this story is frickin' about. You will watch one of the more infuriating episodes of Social Catfish right now. It's been a while since I've got triggered and heated, but here we are. So someone let me know if this guy actually faked cancer or not. I don't know if that's spoilers, but you've probably seen the episode already. And if you haven't, yes, you're in for boobs, cancer, stealing from people, perverts, all of it.
This man wants to know the truth about his internet girlfriend.
She had popped.
She'd popped. You stop right there, right now. Let's go backwards. Solar, I can tell you for free that none of the energy I'm emitting right now is green. Unless you could say I'm green with envy. Because as we look here, shine the light back on Larry, please, for everything that's holy in this world. Mr. Larry, I'm green with envy at the fact that you have such high confidence of yourself. I wish I could have that much confidence in myself. You might be arguing, oh, it's only 1 second into the video. How am I guessing he's got the ego of the Empire State Building? I tell you right now, turn your head back to the screen. Shine the light back on Solar, please. Which again is an energy joke.
This is great banter.
Solar seems maybe 30 years old, maybe mid-30s even. Then you shine the light back on Larry and you ask yourself, H, actually you're giving off red energy because I'm raging already. There's nothing wrong with what I'm seeing, is it? They're so age appropriate. There's only like 1 year between them. Right? Right?
I'm sorry, I can't handle this.
This man wants to know the truth about his internet girlfriend.
She had popped up on Facebook. She just seemed like a very pleasant Christian woman. Very beautiful, dark brown hair.
Nice. I love the fact that you've already mentioned Christianity, because I don't think we're going to head down the road of you being a very Christian man with the values and whatnot. But maybe prove me wrong. I'm begging you.
He's a nice guy.
Who are you?
He wants that. He wants those women online that want him. Big boobs, 20 years old. And he says it. He said that's what he wants.
Oh, I gave him too much credit. You know, I said Solar is like 30, mid-30s. I gave him too much credit. She's in her 20s, which makes this even more creepy. He likes the big boobs. What did Ice Spice say that one time? Big boobs and the butt stay plump. Or something like that. Something is plump downstairs in terms of Larry's anatomy. Get a grip of yourself. Which you could argue if he did, maybe we wouldn't be in this position.
Solo promised to share her father's inheritance with Larry.
She wants to bring her gold bars. That's right, because her father left her an inheritance of gold bars.
All she needed to do was go before the court and they would get access to her father's account.
A simple process quickly turned into endless fees to get the gold bar.
Get the gold bars. What am I seeing here? Owner of inheritance. John Solar, Carolina. What is her father's name? Middle name Solar? Anyway, that's beside the... Actually, no, it says Miss John Solar, Carolina at the top there. So Solar's first name is John. Interesting choice of first name. I will immediately say that not only is this guy greedy for young, hot, young... I think I said young already, but we need to emphasize the younger here. He's greedy for that, a bit of eye candy, right? But he's also greedy in the sense that he's snapping at the opportunity to get someone's father's inheritance. Not even the father's inheritance, it will be her inheritance technically, but he's just pouncing on that. Yeah, I've barely known you for a cup of coffee, give me your millions. Nah, he's already a great guy. Who's that other woman? She seems nice. Is it his friend or something? Run away, whoever you are.
They would always add some kind of fee onto it.
Larry spent so much money trying to get these gold bars, he started borrowing money from his friends and neighbors.
I mean, there have been people that want to sue him because
Oh, hold on a second. Sue him. I'll tell you that much. I just immediately looked at the screen. My eyes went to cancer, and I really am trying to contain all of the expletives in my mouth right now. Please, Miss Julie, help me. I'm a Christian man trying to live on Social Security, but I run out of money and food before I get my next check each month. I'm recovering from cancer and I live by myself, and I'm so lonely. I get a treatment every 12 weeks at the UK Marquee Cancer Center in Lexington, Kentucky. Okay, so I really wish that you are not faking cancer here. Because if this is you faking cancer, not only is it disgusting that I find that you're essentially taking money from people and the money that you're borrowing is not even going to be used for what you are saying, I assume. But if you are faking cancer, you're no better than the scammers. Do you know what I mean? So, my goodness, you've dug yourself a hole and it's 48 seconds into the video. I don't know how long I've waffled on for, but I can guarantee it's longer than the video right now.
they're demanding their money back.
Yes.
She called me and threatened to go to the lawyer and take me to court over it.
He would knock on everybody's door.
We'll track down the man that used this woman's photos to trick Larry into sending tens
What
of
is
thousands
he
of dollars.
doing? Sorry, what is this Van Damme, Jean Van... What was it? Jean-Claude Van Damme, was it? What is this nonsense I'm looking at here, bro? With the praying emoji. Yes, you flaunt your supposed money and cars whilst you steal from people. Yeah, great one, man. And if there's anything to learn from that, never, ever in your life feel bad about yourself when you see others posting very lavish lifestyles, because they could very well be criminals and be funding that lifestyle with crimes shoved up their ass. So just be happy with what you got, essentially. Be content. And I know I myself sometimes look at others and beat myself up about things, but don't do it to yourself, basically.
Tens of thousands of dollars, and we'll try to talk some sense into Larry.
What the hell was that?
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos
Go
help
do
us
that.
reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
Where they are?
All right, team, we got another case.
Drew.
And it's from a woman named Colette who's writing on behalf of her neighbor, Larry. She says,
neighbor.
Hi, Catfish team. I believe my elderly neighbor has been involved in a romance scam for years. He is communicating with a young woman on Facebook claiming to be from Nigeria. Larry has sent about $60,000 over the years, much of which he'd borrowed from family and people in our town.
That's disgraceful, man.
He keeps getting tricked into sending personal information, and I am worried about potential financial fraud. Please help. He desperately needs it.
And I'm going to need answers, because I think Colette has actually answered my question earlier. I don't think you're actually using this money for cancer treatments, because I feel like she would have mentioned that in the email. So, oh my goodness. I'm gonna find it very hard to have sympathy for you. I usually find it very hard to find sympathy for the victims. But you're not making it any easier, Larry. You know what I mean? Shout out Larry, CM Punk's dog. That's a good Larry. Couldn't you have been like Larry the dog?
Sincerely, Colette.
I take that back. You're displaying dog-like behavior here. Oh my god, big boobs. Get a grip.
Hello, Catfish team, and my name is Colette. I'm 65 years old.
What?
I live in Kentucky, and I'm here on behalf of my neighbor.
Listen, you look incredible, Colette. So, just need to throw that out there for some reason. That took me quite aback there. But I will also say, can we please, I need to emphasize this, please leave out other people from your bullshit. I know you're getting scammed. I know you don't have the money to pay your lovers BS, right? Leave other people out of this. If you're gonna be stupid on your own time. Alright, don't bring other people into this because then you complicate things and you make yourself actually a worse human being in the process. Just need to point that out, please.
Hello, Catfish team. My name is Larry. I am 75 years old and I'm from Kentucky.
I first met my neighbor Larry when I moved here to Kentucky. He helped build the fences on my property. I've got 13 acres here.
I have installed water lines and cattle holding facilities and cattle waters. And
Sorry,
such as that.
how big is his house? How big is his house that Donnie just has a tractor in his freaking backyard, I'm assuming? Also, Colette, oh, sorry, don't flex on me with your 13 acres of land. Gosh. You want to share any of that with me, Colette, please? I'm begging. But goodness me, his house must be huge. Too bad he wasn't really thinking with his brain. There was a joke there, something. Big house, small brain, something like that. I wonder if there is any cognitive impairments. I feel like potentially Colette would have mentioned something like that, though, because if she's this involved in helping him out, I feel like he would have shared something along those lines, but who knows, right?
He takes great value in his work. So, like I said, we had one of the best fences around. I mean, everybody that has his fencing, you can tell if you're driving down the roads, and you can recognize the fencing that he did.
Nice.
Just a very kind, gentle man. He valued honesty.
Are you sure?
And he was very intelligent. We have friends in the neighborhood that are shocked that he has gone down this path because he was always very, very intelligent. So they were very surprised. But
Well,
it can get the best of us, I suppose.
I understand. I mean, obviously, I'm far from an intelligent person, but sometimes, time to time, I make a mistake here and there at work, in my personal life. It happens. But I wouldn't say this has much to do with intelligence. Maybe not recognizing red flags, you could argue, it's not intelligent, but I actually think the greed of wanting this eye candy, wanting to be with this much younger woman, I think that greed outweighs the lack of intelligence in this particular point. But let me know your thoughts.
Before his online dating journey, Larry was a father of 3 children and a husband.
He had a very, very close family. He lives right next door to his brother and his brother's wife and all that. Very close family, but when all this happened, that tore the family apart. Or tore him apart from the family, I guess.
I was married, but it wasn't recorded in the clerk's office. When we got into it, she said we never were married, so I guess we just dropped it at that. I spend most of my time here at home. I have a large yard. I mow that. I've got a friend who's got a house across the road that he doesn't live in, and I mow that yard for him.
Larry was living all alone when his online journey began. Everything changed the day he received a message from a woman he simply couldn't resist.
She had popped up on Facebook. She just seemed like a very pleasant Christian woman. Decided we wanted to continue texting. We both enjoyed our conversation.
I mean, you did a meet.
Went from there.
So,
He met a woman and they're dating. Just said, that's wonderful. I really, really was happy for him.
I asked her age. This was on just about on the beginning, and she told me, of course, that back then she was about 30.
I guess
and I told
30.
her, I said, "Oh, I'm way too old for you."
So what
I
happened?
told her how old I was. I think I was 70, 71.
Man said
at the
lol.
time. She said, "Oh, those are just numbers." She said, "I
Yeah,
don't turn you."
you know, anyone who... I'm sorry, right? When someone says age ain't nothing but a number, baby, not only have you thrown the baby in there to sort of create this environment that you're actually feeling things for him. So watch out for that, everyone. Babe, queen is another big one. They don't mean shit, all right? But when someone says age ain't nothing but a number when it comes to dating, you are a creepy individual, okay? I must stress that. When it concerns about yourself, like someone tells you, no, you can't go out to the club, you're too old or something. Age ain't nothing but a number in that regard. Sure, you go have fun, baby. But when it concerns dating, age is very much more than a number. Bloody hell, protect yourself. Don't be creepy, please.
Mentioned the numbers. I said, "Well, we can be friends." I said, "It doesn't matter what the age difference is, as long as we're just enjoy talking to each other."
No, sorry. No.
Big boobs, big lips.
Stop saying that.
You know, the fillers, whatever.
Very
Whoa.
beautiful. She had the long, dark brown hair.
Oh, is it? Is that all you've
Black in
picked
some
out?
pictures that I seen.
They're in their 20s, I guess. And that's what he wants. And I told him, I said, Larry, you know, there are a lot of women here. I mean, because like I say, he's a nice guy. And there's women
Wow.
here that would like company, and it would be a real live woman. But no, he wants that. He wants those women online that want him. With, you know, big
Wow.
boobs, 20 years old. That's what he wants.
Wants him. We're playing it fast and loose with the term wants him, because any genuine woman with, you know, in that age range and looks that particular way, I'm really sorry to burst any bubbles. I don't care if this comes across harsh. They are going to want nothing to do with a 70-year-old man. I'm really sorry, but you just need to accept that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do you know what I mean? You've aged, you've grown up, you've had the privilege of growing up. Not a lot of people have that privilege anymore these days. So just cherish that fact and just live life, you know, doing your work, yeah, chilling with your dog, whatever. You know what I mean? You don't need to be chasing much younger women, bro. Much younger women, by the way, that could be the age of like your granddaughter. Do you know what I mean? It's just so weird. And I know she's trying to be nice, Colette, but I wouldn't necessarily call him a nice man. Like, or what did she say? Kind, nice, whatever. Because I feel like what he's doing right now is not very nice, is it? And it's that darker side that is coming to the light, which is, you know, some sort of a, what's that word? Irony? Or something like that?
And he says it. He said that's what he wants.
But she wasn't on the internet very much, and it was just more or less an act of God that we were on there at the same time.
Shut up.
Her father did missionary work for the Catholic Church, and her father was called to go to Nigeria to work at the Catholic Church there. And she said he had been both a father and mother to her. She said her mother had gotten killed, and so she went with him to Nigeria. And she said she graduated from pharmacy school, and she graduated at the top of her class. Now, she's a United States citizen. She was born in Los Angeles,
Nice
California.
picture.
And I have a picture of her passport,
Yeah.
probably a month and a half. She told me that she had really fallen in love with me.
Yeah, all right. Anyone who sends a picture of any sort of personal ID of theirs to you to prove that they're real, you know, you take that with a pinch of salt, and you might want to actually dip your whole hand in the salt, because nobody's doing that, all right? Nobody's sending you a picture of their passport to prove that they're real, because they're just opening themselves up for you to commit fraud against them. So remember that, and nobody is falling in love with you that quickly. Maybe, like, if we're being, you know, devil's advocate and stuff, It might happen when you're in person, you know, dating in person, you know, you're getting to know one another in person. But strictly online, I find it very difficult to fall in love with someone a month and a half into solely online talk. It might happen. Someone in the comments might have been through that and it's turned out well for you. But someone much younger? No.
I enjoyed talking to her.
And just like that, Seekers, Larry was hooked. He couldn't get enough of his late night chats with Sola. After a few months, the two made plans to meet up in person.
Oh, nice.
When we were talking, she said that she worked at the hospital there, a teaching hospital. She was a doctor and a surgeon. She showed me certificates where she had passed her pharmacy test.
Right.
She said she really didn't have the money to leave.
Huh?
Once you're here, she said it's very hard to leave. Plane ticket was pretty expensive. I started saving my money to help buy her ticket, and then she found out she had to have a COVID test.
All right. I don't know what's going to happen, but some sort of sob story is going to come out. I know it's going to be expensive, but I know you can do it. And I've just added words onto her message, but she don't know it's going to be expensive. No, shut up. Anyway, I find it quite a massive red flag that she said, but I know you can do it. So you're not going to help, is it? You're not going to help to get a ticket for yourself to leave. You've put it all on Larry. Now, my feelings for Larry are very much evident here. But everyone, please recognize the financial abuse that's happening here. But I know you can do it. Are you going to help me, please? You're the doctor here, technically. And I know perhaps your wages are not that high or whatever, right? But you got to help out. You know, we're doing this for you. Gosh.
Found out she had to have a COVID test, and that was another $1,000 that we didn't have. And then we thought we had everything set up, ready to go.
What?
And then she found out she had to have this travel allowance.
What does
which
that
we didn't
mean?
have. And so we had to back up and start saving for that. I had a pickup truck, and I sold it.
Oh, dear.
Got that taken care of. But it seemed like there was always something that would come up.
Larry had been shoveling out money left and right. He did whatever it took to meet Sola in person. After he took care of the final travel expenses, it was time for her to get on the plane. But unfortunately, something else came up. Before leaving Nigeria, she would need to claim her father's inheritance.
Her father had gotten killed.
And she's trying to get back into our country. She wants to bring her gold bars. That's right, because her father left her an inheritance of gold bars.
Where are all these parents getting these gold bars, huh? Well, my mum's failing then, isn't she? She got no gold bars to her name. Damn it! Gosh. Genuinely. How does everyone's parents have gold bars, bro? And why are they leaving it as an inheritance? Surely... No, I got nothing for that. Surely what? Surely I can think with my brain better to come up with something more clever to say. But we'll be here for the next several years if I try to think about it without cutting the video here. So let's see how long I can go until I get the train of thought back. This is going to be an interesting point. Yes, how does everyone's parents have gold bars willy-nilly spare as inheritance? And I gotta ask, why is it always based?
Good job, little buddy.
Okay, I probably left a bit of that in the edit. My brain failed. It genuinely had enough. I just had to stop because my brain to mouth connection severed. And I couldn't remember what I was going to actually say. So we're just going to continue this video. That's the quality you get on this channel.
She said to weigh 4 pounds. 21 or 25 of them. All she needed to do was go before the court, and they would give her the necessary papers to take to the bank to get access to her father's account. They would always add some kind of fee onto it.
Sola claiming she needed help getting the gold bars sent Larry spiraling. and there was fees that needed to be paid for them to be released. This is when he started borrowing money from his friends and family.
And so he came by the house and needed money. So gave him some money. He says, I'll pay you back at the end of the week or next week or whatever. He did pay back, but then he kept needing money over and over again.
I have another friend that I owe about $5,000 to.
Oh, just
So everybody
yeah.
gave him money. He would knock on everybody's door.
That's insane.
Everybody's door.
One man and woman in Greene County, he had loaned me $3,500.
I mean, there have been people that want to sue him because, they're demanding their money back.
She called me and threatened to go to the lawyer and take me to court over it.
Wow.
He says, well, the gold bars are on their way here, so I'll have it soon, and I'll give you one of the gold bars or whatever.
Larry knew once the gold bar situation was over, the two would be rich and live there happily ever after.
Look, this neighborhood seems very trusting, I can't imagine myself, someone knocking on my door, one of the neighbors, and saying, hey man, I need a couple thousand G's, yeah? Which that would... But I'd say, no. What do you need it for? When am I getting it back? I'm potentially making them sign an IOU of some kind. Like, the people who borrow money, and willingly the people who give this money... The people who give it, they're too trusting. I commend it, fair play. Potentially, we need more of that sort of morality in this world, I guess. But I don't. Can I just be honest? I'd be reluctant to give that kind of money to my neighbor. I'm not gonna lie to you. But also, can we not just move past the fact that Donnie messaged someone saying he has cancer? Or he's recovering from cancer and he needs the money for treatment. No, I'm not letting that slide, by the way, because when people fake cancer to scam people, that's one of the most abhorrent things that we have covered on this channel, but also one of the most abhorrent things that I think people can do to others. I'm just laying down the carpet there. I'm not going to forget that.
But the problems continued to pile up.
In the process of her trying to get access to her father's property, at one time, she told me, she said, I don't feel good. And she said, if I'm not feeling any better in the morning, I'm going to call.
Don't tell me, Sola got cancer.
Early next morning, her lawyer called me and said that she had passed out in the bathroom. She had fell and cut her leg pretty bad and had to call the ambulance.
She has this doctor named Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
And she sent me a picture of this doctor. She said that they were going to run tests on her.
Oh my goodness. Dr. Benjamin Franklin is going to run some tests on me. Well, Benjamin Franklin is going to strip you of all your money. Sola, don't do it. He's on the bills. I think, if I know my American currency well enough. What a name. Benjamin Franklin.
I told her to tell him to check for poison.
What is he saying, bro?
He found poison in her system.
What?
I think it was $200 and some for the medicine.
What poison?
Flush the poison out of her system.
Sorry?
The doctor there at the hospital she's at, they're going to let her die unless we get some money for her medications. And, and he's panicking. He needs to get money for her medications. Otherwise, she's going to die.
What is happening,
After hearing all of the stories from Sola, Colette had enough. She contacted her daughter to help her with this situation.
There were several times where Lowe's would ban him from buying gift cards because they knew him. My daughter moved here with me from California. She is his caregiver. So when she came out to care for him, she found out, he's on the phone all the time and he always needs rides because she has to take him everywhere. He needs rides to Lowe's to get gift cards.
She has got my phone set up now to where she is my parent.
And she had to, of course, deal with the repercussions because, he's yelling at her and insisting that he give him back her phone.
I'm really sorry. I'm verging on hating this guy because, if we can somehow put aside all the creepy shit he's doing here, if we can put aside, which I remember he said, you can check my treatment center was in Kentucky or something. So it was actually him that was using the cancer. So, you know, if we can put that aside as well, he is shouting at someone who has no relation to him, and is his caregiver, and is trying to protect him, and Donnie's shouting at her. I swear, I'm really trying here to not explode, because normally the episodes that piss me off and make me angry and I start getting heated and they give me spots the next morning. I'm not trying to, you know, ruin my night because of this shitbag, all right? I really, really urge everyone that if you have the privilege of being helped by someone, especially when they're not blood related, treat them with some respect, right? Even if you don't agree with what they're doing, you don't agree with how they're helping you, recognize that you're being helped and shut up, all right? Obviously, in certain scenarios, and the person helping you, it could be seen as abuse, of course, but I don't feel like this is what that is, right? I feel for Colette's daughter, because she doesn't have to do this. And you're again angry at me, like, I'd pack up my shit and leave you, all right? And also, as an adult, if you are having someone else put parental locks on your phone, is that not telling you, like, bloody hell, I'm doing something wrong here?
I can't get on WhatsApp because my parents is overseeing.
And that's funny, is it? Is it funny?
Everyone is telling him it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam, and he's insisting, nope, it's real.
Whatever,
I'm just going
man.
to prove it to you.
At this point,
done.
Colette and her daughter refused to give Larry back his phone. She reached out to us because he still continues to believe all of this could be real.
So right now, he still says he thinks the girl is real, but she was being scammed by these scammers that took her money and took his money and all this kind of thing.
I told her, I said, it just seems like that you're not coming. I said, I've done everything that has been required of me.
We just kept telling him this is a scam, and
She couldn't wait till she was over here with me.
he believes in his heart that she's real.
I'm not the type that believes in divorce. She said, I'll be with you as long as we live.
Okay, you don't believe in divorce, but apparently you believe in 20s women coming after you. And not the 1920s, 20s in age. Your shirt says UK on it. Now, obviously, I'm not going to assume that's United Kingdom, because your brain is not united with your downstairs, because you're not thinking clearly at anything here. And I assume it means University of Kentucky or something. We don't deal with University of Kentucky on this channel. There is only one university we acknowledge, and I'm not talking a Roman Reigns type acknowledgement. We very infamously acknowledge the University of the Helen variety. Yes, Helen University. You, my friend, and I'm playing it fast and loose with the term friend, you might be finishing #1 student of this semester. Okay? You're gonna be the valedictorian or whatever they're called. Good on you.
I'll be with you as long as we live. And I told her that I would be with her too. And it's always something seems to come up.
So he thinks it's about 60,000. It may be more.
After Colette contacted the team, we got straight to work. It was time to get together to come up with a game plan.
So most of the money that he's sent to this scammer, it sounds like, has been from borrowing money from other people?
So he's well known in his town, respected, people love him, and they were under the impression that they were giving him the money because he is going through cancer treatments.
Genuine?
I mean, what's going to happen when they find out the truth?
This is one of the messages that he sent one of the people in the town to get them to let him borrow the money for the gold bars. Please, Miss Julie, help me. I'm a Christian man trying to live on Social Security, but I've run out of money.
Drew, I read this.
Before I get my next check each month.
Right. David's face here, right? It tells me that Larry's lied about the cancer. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this, because it's not clarified if it's genuine cancer or not. So he's lied, I'm going to assume right now. And I'm sorry if anyone dares tell me to feel some sort of sympathy. I can't, because you've lied about cancer. I've had people in my family, just as I assume a lot of us as well, have lost people through cancer. I can't feel sympathy for this, okay? I cannot.
Each month. I am recovering from cancer and I live by myself and I am so lonely.
My first gut instinct reaction is shame on him.
Yeah.
Like, he's leveraging cancer.
Thank you.
And being on Social Security to get money from people, but he's using the money and sending it for like quote unquote gold bars to somebody he met on Facebook. That's wild.
That's shit.
It doesn't look good.
Shit. Honestly, verges on scumbag behavior. Sorry, it's crossed the line. It's scumbag behavior.
He asked Colette to drive him to Lowe's down the street and he's buying gift cards at Lowe's.
I don't feel like just running reverse image searches on these women is gonna be enough. Can we come up with a better idea?
Probably
what we
not.
Can do, we have Chris who works for us, who's been doing a lot more work lately. When I was in Nigeria, I gave him some meta glasses.
Which Chris?
Chris scammed a woman 4.5 years ago. We confronted Chris and I talked to him and said, dude, like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're like scamming people and doing this. And so I'm like, why don't you do work for us, pay her back.
And started fresh and
what about what you did?
Yeah, so that's what he started doing. He started doing work for us and then he was paying her back. And it's 4.5 years later and he's done like work and interviews and research and all sorts of things. And so when I need anything done in Nigeria, I contact Chris.
yeah, oh, those are actually.
He has meta glasses, he had GoPro, and then he has another phone for filming. And so what we can do is we can send him to the college to talk to like an administrator or secretary.
It was a bit confusing there. Is it just me? That I think when they were talking to those two guys, we're in Nigeria. So I didn't really understand what was going on there, but I think I clocked on.
To verify if this person goes here, not only does the person not live in Nigeria, they don't go to this school, and we can show him how they scammed him so he understands how this stuff works. Because without that, he's gonna just keep falling for this over and over.
Yeah. I like that idea. I mean, we already know the phone number is a Nigerian phone number. There's nothing to debunk there, so.
All right, Seekers, it was time to put the game plan into action. Our insider, Chris, a reformed ex-scammer willing to help, would head out to some of these locations in Nigeria to uncover the truth about Sola for Larry.
Okay.
While Chris prepared for the trip, David and Brienne dug into the research that Colette had gathered, and they found some shocking information about who was truly behind these fake profiles.
We looked up his phone number, and so what we do is we use a tool that essentially tries to log into a lot of different accounts using like phone numbers, emails, anything we put in. And it doesn't always tell us exactly what the account is, but it tells us if they have an account or not. What's his phone number again? Sorry, it's 233.
23355?
So we did it with the phone number that he had, and he had a Telegram account that we found.
True
and
cool.
So we were able to also get an email address.
There he is.
He doesn't have any posts, but he has these highlight videos on his Instagram.
Nice.
Living a good life. That's a nice apartment.
We found out what he looks like.
Wow.
Nice. So you've got a belt on, by the way, because I can see it, and your trousers are still freaking halfway down your legs. What is the point then of the belt? Gosh, his trousers are down everywhere.
Oh, what?
Pull him up,
He's not
man.
even hiding at all.
Why would he?
Look at him. He's living the life.
Of course.
He's wearing designer clothes.
Goodness.
Glasses.
I've said this before. Before you send money to anyone online, right? Just picture someone living it up whilst you're struggling, and then reconsider if you really want to send the money.
This guy's making money.
Yeah, who knows how many people he's scamming. I like.
So we can show him who he's talking to.
I like this shot, you know. Hey, go backwards. Stop the waffling. Leave that to me. Credit where credit is due, because I do like to, you know, point out when I do like things. This shot here, I like this. You know that shot when they're outside of the room and whoever's filming is like filming through the glass window of the frickin' door? I mean, what else would a window be made out of if it wasn't glass? You know what I mean? But you know that shot? Can't say I'm the biggest fan of that, but I like this. It's giving movie vibes. More of this. I like this.
You can show him who he's talking to. That's like really cool, actually.
Yeah, this.
Oh, did we get a license plate? We got a license plate.
Lol.
What an idiot.
God.
It's a BMW. Yeah,
I don't think
you
he
can
cares
request
really,
a
but
vehicle report in South Africa.
Is it SA for South Africa?
Yeah. Actually, if you Google it, try Googling it because, okay, so that's the dealership.
Pretoria, South Africa.
Where is Pretoria?
South Africa.
Right, but where?
They had a marker. I was going to click on it.
What's the capital? Wait, no.
Sure.
Capital, South Africa.
So open that Auto Trader. But the only problem is there's a lot of BMWs, like blue BMWs.
I swear that's all the same
you would
picture
be
that I'm looking at there.
Clicking on everything.
Let's dig into this a little bit more. So we have to decode the VIN.
That looks just like his car. That's crazy.
Oh, this guy's like 600,000 followers.
Oh my goodness. That's a big following. Who is this guy? Is he the owner of the dealership?
It looks like he might be.
Yeah, he's a lot of nice cars.
So we not only have his face, we have, and he's wearing a Patek right there. Like, I don't know if that's a real Patek, but it's a Patek.
That's
And
an
he's wearing,
expensive
like, a
watch.
bling bling chain. Like, I think this guy might have money.
With his vape. With his vape. Look at me with my pink vape as I smoke on strawberry flavored things. Oh, you just know he's one of those people, right? That force the vape into every video or picture. Just to emphasize, look guys, I vape if you didn't know. Just vape in private. Or better yet, don't vape. To be honest, if I could give some advice, I'm not a doctor, of course. Preferably don't vape, guys.
I think this guy might have money.
Yeah, he's definitely flaunting his money.
We
For
contact
sure.
law enforcement. They can contact this dealership and see who it sold to because we know it was bought from this dealership. We have the license plate number, the make and model of the car.
And just like that, Seekers, David and Brienne were able to make a connection with these two profiles and these two men. Could these be the people behind all...
There was two women. Goodness me, let me go backwards. What was that the other girl's name? Come on. I don't want to see this guy smoking his vape, bro. Gladys.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Oh my goodness, Gladys is the name of, spoiler alert, someone's auntie in Weapons. If you've watched the movie Weapons, great film. Oh my god, Gladys has Larry under a spell.
And these two men. Could these be the people behind all of this? Seekers, stick around until the end. We'll sit down with Larry.
We actually want to show you this person that you've been talking to for all this time. You want to see what they look like?
All right.
And we'll reveal all of the footage that Chris got after he visited the school that Sola claimed she attended.
So he's just filming in a school.
If you like this video, please
That can't be
consider
good.
subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too.
Hey Seekers, if you're only following us here, you're missing half the story.
Follow Catfish online on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for updates and content we don't share on YouTube.
If you're looking to contact us and you think you might need our help finding out who you're communicating with online, or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or a family member, don't hesitate to reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers you've been looking for. And we're back, Seekers. After a few days of David and Brienne researching all of the information Colette sent over, Brienne decided to give her a call to get an update on how Larry was doing.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Colette. I wanted to touch base with you and get a little intel about your conversation or your situation with Larry within the last week.
The only new development is that he is contacting the girl from 5 years ago named Gladys. And he went back to contacting her because he's no longer in touch with the latest girl, which is Sola. I told him don't send them any money, but he says he's not. But he says, but he has a heart for the little girl, so he has to send money to make sure the little girl is taken care of. What? Gladys said her daughter wants some kind of game or something, and he says, well, I'll send her $50 and get her something.
Look, I understand Donnie's trying to make himself seem like a nice guy here, yeah? But you care about the daughter so much that you haven't been in contact with her mother for 5 years. Come on, man. You can't pull the wool over my 4 eyes, bro. You know, the solar one failed, which there's a joke in there about solar panels dysfunctioning or something. And then you thought, damn, I need to go over to the other big-chested woman in my life that's much younger than me, but that's actually not in my life, but let's rekindle that relationship. Larry is a interesting person, huh? Who faked cancer, by the way, because I still haven't clarified if he has or not yet.
And then the next day she says, oh, my daughter's in pain because she fell. And he said, well, get her some Advil. And she said, well, the Advil won't work. We got to go to the doctors. And then, of course, you go to the doctors. And then she says, well, we got to pay this medical bill for, pills, meds, pain pills. So he sent her money for that.
So explain to me how he got back into contact, because last time we spoke, you guys took his old phone away. He has a new phone with these parental controls.
He hacked it.
So this person, he can find them on Facebook. When my daughter, who is his caregiver, she took his phone and erased, blocked this new person, or blocked Gladys, and deleted all their text messages on Facebook. And he's upset. He's very upset. Very upset because he wants her back. He wants to be able to talk to her on Facebook, but now she's blocked. And he wrote to the other 4 profiles with the same name.
What? Why? Why?
They have not written back.
All right. Okay. Well, we're in the middle of research right now. We are looking to find, who this person is in the image, who the person is behind the profile.
Look, I understand. Let's keep things swiftly moving and working on the case. But we've glossed over too quickly, maybe, the fact that he messaged 4 other profiles of Gladys that have the same name, and he doesn't see anything wrong with that.
The only last part of this is the Western Union transfers. Do you have any of those?
I will ask him. I forgot to ask him about the Western Union. He kept all of the gift cards. So I know he has all of those because he just kept them all.
Okay, it's really important that we get the Western Union receipts because it should show the recipient of the funds.
Okay. I will see if I can get that. Yeah.
Let's meet at the end of this week. I think it'd be best if we meet sooner than later, give you the results and give Larry the results that he needs.
That would be great. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for your time, Colette, and I will be chatting with you soon.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Colette. Have a good day.
After gathering all of the research, it was time to sit down with Larry to reveal the truth about both of these profiles.
All right, let's get into it. Like, Larry needs a serious come to Jesus talk right now.
Exposure is crazy though.
Nice to meet you. This is my first time meeting you. My name's Brianne.
Yeah, and I'm David.
Brianne. Nice to meet y'all.
Who's that?
Like, do you know why we're here today?
No, I don't.
Yeah, so Colette's been helping us out, and so has Colette's daughter. They mentioned that you were talking to someone online. And
does Colette's daughter have a name? I can't keep saying Colette's daughter. Do you know what I mean? Can we say her name, please? Humanize her a little bit. She's already getting shouted at by Larry.
Editing H here, in the weirdest position you probably will ever see Editing H ever again, or ever will, is better choice of words. I just wanted to say here, there's potential that Colette's daughter didn't actually want to be named, but I feel like, given the fact that they showed a picture of her, maybe we could have named her. I just feel like she's more than just Colette's daughter, so I wanted to say her name. Does that make sense? But I guess maybe I'm just reading too much into things. What?
Wanted to verify who you're talking to.
Yes.
So here, let's do this. I mean, it sounds like this stuff is happening to you quite a bit. We've done a lot of research on Gladys and Sola, and they follow similar trends to kind of the other stuff that you dealt with. And so what we want to do is we want to go through that information with you. We'll break down exactly what's happening, how these people are doing what they're doing. And we have actually a really big surprise for you today.
Okay.
I think you're going to be shocked at what we found out.
I hope it's a good shock.
I don't know about that, Larry.
It's not, mate.
I don't either.
Depends on how you take the shock.
Yeah, that's true.
There's this phone number that you had been messaging back and forth, this person claiming to be Gladys. By chance, can I ask you, where did Gladys say that she was last located?
Chicago.
So here's my question for you. If this person's in Chicago,
surely that's some sort of a joke, huh? Because again, to my wrestling heads, CM Punk's from Chicago. Larry, his dog, obviously would be with him in Chicago. Gladys is in Chicago. We've got Larry here. It's like, it's interconnected. It's a disgraceful WWE storyline. That's what this is.
Why do they have a phone number from Ghana? That's a long ways away from Chicago.
She used to be
just a little bit.
I think.
So when I travel, if I was to use my phone number while traveling, it costs me $10 every single day. It's $300 a month. So for this person to have a phone number for Ghana and be chatting with you every day, they'd be spending $300 a month. Why would they not just have a US number?
Hey, but, you know, she can't afford to pay for her daughter's medical bills. I think her priorities are all over the place. Sorry, daughter, child, my flesh and blood. We're not going to get you those pain pills. Mummy's got to pay for her international number.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It makes no sense.
So we took that phone number and we ran some searches and we found the person behind this phone number. So this person had a username attached to the phone number, and it's a man living in Nigeria.
Okay.
When Brianne was running the search, she found out that an Instagram account had been created with this phone number and a Snapchat account had been created with this phone number.
Bloody Snapchat.
So we dug in a little bit deeper, we pulled the username, and then we went to the account. We actually want to show you this person that you've been talking to for all this time. You want to see what they look like?
All right.
Yeah, get the vaping, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to slap an emoji on his face.
How much money have you sent to this person, Larry?
$60,000.
Nice.
So you've sent this person $50,000-$60,000.
They're rich.
They're traveling the world. They have gold chains. They have designer shoes. They have, an expensive watch. This is where the money's been going to.
Okay.
Bro, what do you mean, okay? Ah, my lord. Either he's very... What's the word I'm looking for here? He's very much someone who doesn't express sort of the negative emotions because maybe they like to seem manly, or he doesn't care, which would be crazy, but you could argue, is there an element of not caring because it's not his money, really? Or there might be cognitive impairments that just make him naturally struggle with displaying emotions. I don't know, but he still faked cancer. Can we address that at some point, please?
All right.
We also found the person in the images, right? So this person you're talking to, Larry, what they did is they stole somebody's images of her and her daughter, and then they pretended to be this person that you've been talking to for all these years. When you think you're talking to Gladys, you're really talking to this scammer.
So what David is saying is Gladys does not exist, but we can show you who the real woman is in the images that were sent to you.
All right.
This person's name, real person in the image, her name is Jessica.
Jessica.
Yes, and she lives in Brazil.
Brazil. Well, she had told me once that she was in Brazil.
The person you are talking to is not in Brazil. They're in Nigeria. But this is the daughter, and she speaks Portuguese. They're from Brazil.
Oi, gente, tudo bem com vocês? Hoje eu vim mostrar.
Okay.
And so the person you're talking to, like Brianne said, they're taking these images and they're sending them over to you.
Okay.
The horror
You're taking
music
it pretty well. What are you thinking?
is interesting.
I had already maybe suspected something like this.
Does it hurt though? I mean, you spent a lot of years talking to this person online, giving tens of thousands of dollars.
Not his money though, innit?
Yeah, it hurts.
And it's a guy like that has been trying to take advantage of you the whole time.
I suspected I was being scammed, but I thought, okay, I'll do this, and then I've done my part.
Huh?
And if it is for real, then I've done what I should have done.
These scammers, they're reaching out to you, and like everything that they want from you has nothing to do with the love and the friendship and connecting with you. They're just after you because they want to take your money.
That's true.
He's laughing.
I'm learning. It's just been a slow process.
Sorry, but your learning involves using other people's money. So, like, I don't think this is a laughing matter. Are we going to address the fact and confront him that you've taken people's money and lied about cancer, or...
Why do you think you keep falling for this? Because this is not the first time, and even today you're talking to somebody else.
Well, Gladys, when she first started texting with me, she was very nice. She showed me a picture of her daughter, Vicky. They asked me if I could send them a little money to buy groceries with. Vicky was hungry and she was hungry. So that's how it started.
Well, as you can see from the Instagram account from the real person, Victoria doesn't seem to be looking like she needs any sort of money or clothing. Matter of fact, it looks like her mom spoils the crap out of her.
I'm glad that you showed me this. So now, I don't have to worry about Vicky. I don't know, maybe I'm kind-hearted.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
You definitely seem like it. You seem like you are kind-hearted.
Let's not...
but these people are trying to take advantage of you, Larry. I mean, if you want to be kind-hearted, go donate money to a reputable charity.
Yeah.
Or help people in your community, because I've been told that...
He does that, fair enough.
There are a lot of neighbors that really enjoy your company.
I have some nice neighbors. I do.
Yeah. I feel like we might be blowing smoke up his ass a bit too much, though, right? Too much smoke is going up there. He's looking like a dragon right now. Whilst, we can't take away the fact that he's helped out the neighbors, with the fences and all this stuff. And his neighbors obviously like him for a reason if they're loaning him this money. Or they think they're loaning. He's basically stealing from them, but okay. So, in that regard, sure. But the people closest to you will always see the nastiest side to you as well, right? And, for example, I can admit my mom sees the bad side of me when I get angry, upset, So him shouting, for example, at Colette's daughter when she's just trying to help, is that nice? Is that kind-hearted? I don't really bloody think so. So, whilst, yes, it's true, he's been kind to the neighbours and whatnot, he's also displayed a few signs that he's actually not as kind-hearted as he's making himself out to be, Two things can be correct at the same time. And I've mentioned this quite a bit recently. What you portray to someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that's you. Yeah, in a more generalized sense, someone could be the best person ever to one person, but they could be a scumbag to someone else, and both things could be correct. I just don't want us to blow smoke up his ass too much because he's also lied about cancer. So can we just not forget this, please?
I heard though that you've been talking to Gladys for a while, and this person's pushed you to get money. And so you've gone to your neighbors, people in your town.
Are we doing it now?
For money for them.
That was so.
But Larry, do you see what you're doing?
The cancer?
Your whole town. You're making your whole town fund this Nigerian scammer's lifestyle.
So that's not nice.
I have stopped going and asking my friends and neighbors for money.
Okay, that's not kind-hearted. So you can shove all of this "I'm sending money to this fake daughter" up your ass. And the fact that you're saying, I've stopped. Yeah, but you've already done the damage. Do you know what I mean? Like, very hyperbole example. Whatever. It's exaggerated. You know, someone, pokes you very aggressively, and then they say, but I've stopped now. Oh, have you? I'm leaking here, mate. So that's what you've done. You've made their bank accounts leak, because I don't think they're well off if they're coming to ask and threaten to sue you for the money back. They need their money back. I don't think it's a case of, but I've stopped asking.
So we actually see this happen often, Larry. So what's going on here is that you've already sent thousands of dollars. And so scammers have put you on a list, and so they're going to keep reaching out to you, pretending to be different women online, interested in getting to know you because they just want to get more money from you. The fact that you've already sent money means they're just going to keep trying to basically attack you with these profiles because they want you to fall in love with them so you can keep sending money.
I have finally graduated.
Huh?
And I'm not doing that. I'm through sending money.
Sorry. This must be some twisted irony that a Helen University student has said they've graduated. Yeah, you've graduated top of the class, Larry. Yeah, well done.
I really don't have it to send because I need to pay off some of these people that I owe.
But how many times have you told yourself that this is the last time I'm going to send money?
Not many times.
But still, you've told yourself that. Even if it's twice, you've told yourself.
You just don't care,
it's
basically.
Twice too many. And
Cancer?
I'm only saying this, Larry, because we care about you, and you actually seem like a really nice guy.
What is happening here?
I'll be candid with you. Like, if you borrowed money from me and you're not paying me back, and I'm seeing you send money to a scammer in Nigeria, I'm going to be pretty upset.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
What we're hoping is today that we can show you these red flags, we can educate you, and see why this is happening so that it doesn't happen to you anymore, so that you can move forward with your life with all these amazing people in your town that have actually cared for you, that loan you money, your caretaker, with everybody in your life that actually cares about you. Because these people are your real friends, not these people you're finding online.
I agree, of course. And as I've just said earlier, like, the people around you, the people closest to you, they're gonna see the worst side of you. I mean, this guy's worst side is nuts. Let's be honest here. The real reason it's happening is because, I'm sorry, he's a bit of a creepy pervert. Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand they can't bloody say that to him, but I'm saying it. But again, I feel like we're blowing smoke up his ass too much, man. He's becoming a freaking flare at this point. I understand that, again, the professionalism, maybe we can't call that out, but surely we can. I don't think that's bad to say, hey, why did you use cancer to take money from people? I don't feel like that's bad. I feel like we have to address that.
That's true.
Thank you. It is true, yes.
If you really truly graduated, then you should block the person you were just talking to 20 minutes ago.
Well, she didn't ask me for any money.
Yeah.
But
no,
whatever, man.
But Larry,
whatever,
we
man.
just went through this.
From what she has told me, that she shouldn't need any money.
He don't
I
give a
plan to
shit.
send her any money.
But that's the problem, Larry. The problem is you continue to entertain random people who message you. These people care about you and they're helping you, thinking that they're helping somebody who's going through cancer and they're putting food on your table, or they're helping you pay for medication. And so it's just not a good look, and you seem like this really nice, caring person.
How can you say
You're just
that?
caring for the wrong people.
How can you say that in the same sentence, bro? How can you say you seem like a kind-hearted person, but people are thinking they're giving you money for your cancer treatments? That's just not... That doesn't fit. I'm sorry. That is ridiculous. I'm glad we've mentioned it, but we haven't actually said to him, why the hell have you done this, bro?
Yeah, I am. But, I sat here and at night I get lonely.
Oh, I
and
mean, that's...
I like younger women.
It's very apparent.
I see
Larry.
that.
It's very apparent.
Yeah, we can laugh about it, but he's proven that he's a creepy pervert. So that's... thank you for justifying my words, because sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe someone will call me harsh for saying these things, but I'm glad you have admitted it. So I just feel like this guy, in a long time, he's one of the worst, because he's laughing about everything. He doesn't really look like he's got remorse, you know what I mean? So it's just disgusting all around.
We will find somebody for you to chat with.
No.
Somebody that's safe.
Just
somebody
leave
that
him.
Won't ask you for money.
Leave him.
And that you can talk to any time of the day.
Okay.
Just leave him.
So we'll do that. Maybe even a couple people. And then we'll follow up later this week, okay?
Just leave him.
Okay. Now, did you have anything on Solar?
Shut up. With all due respect, whilst I think that's, maybe a decent thing to do to find him someone to speak with, I actually don't think you should, because I feel like it's unfair to whoever that woman would be, because you're obviously, hopefully, going to find someone age appropriate. And I just don't think it's fair that she would be with him, potentially, and he just doesn't even like age appropriate relationships. And I feel like it's unfair on that woman, you know? So leave it. Leave him alone, I would say. And his reasoning of him sitting at home lonely, yeah. I sometimes feel lonely at night. I don't go and fake cancer to get money from people, though.
Yeah, it's the
age
passport.
doesn't
Oh,
bring
the
wisdom,
passport.
apparently.
That was one of the things that you had gotten, that you had believed, but we were actually able to find the exact ID that was used. And what this person did, Larry, is they took an ID off the internet and they photoshopped it.
Notice the right side of the passport, right under the eagle. Do you see? It looks like there's some sort of smear or something missing.
Yeah.
I ran this through our reverse image search and I found a match. It's the same exact picture, same exact passport. The passport ID number is the same, but
What am I
you'll
looking
notice
at
that
there?
someone's hand is in the picture.
Is
They're
that
holding the
template of
passport
some
up.
kind?
And where the hand is in this picture, it is missing in the other picture because it had been edited out.
Even look at the signature, Larry, on both of them.
It's the same signature.
It's the same signature on both of them.
I'm not surprised in this.
Oh.
After what has happened
Shut up,
lately.
man.
So there are two people here in this whole investigation that we looked at for you, and we were able to confirm that neither one of them are who they say they are.
Well, I'm wondering if you can convict any of these people.
So I was in Nigeria 2 weeks ago, and I had a meeting with a detective in Nigeria, and I sent him the Western Union information, and I sent him the social media accounts. And so I have law enforcement in Nigeria actually looking into this case for you right now. And so what they did is, like, when these people went and picked up money, they had to present their ID, their location, all that information. And so law enforcement is finding out who picked up the packages, the money. 4 people total that picked up money, but 1 person picked up money the most. And so they're gonna go after that guy, and they're gonna go after the other people. Plus we have the social media of the actual person that you're talking to. They've posted their location, they continually post in real time, and law enforcement is monitoring it, and they're gonna go find this person and arrest him.
Good. That sounds very encouraging. And I hope that they do.
Well, so do we.
I would like to see this bunch just put in prison and not do this anymore. And if they have to pay I hope they have to pay a huge fine too.
But we'll make a deal with you, okay? We're gonna go and we're gonna pursue this with law enforcement, but you have to stop doing this, because I don't wanna go and then use my contacts, get all of our resources. Our team's spent a lot of time. You borrowed a lot of money from people in your town, and you're starting to get things back on track. And I just don't want to follow up with you, a few months from now, and then you be back in this hole. So promise us one thing. if we go through this, we're going to push things along with law enforcement. We'll find somebody or a few people for you to talk to that are safe, that are not going to ask you for money. But you got to stop talking to strangers on the internet.
Don't do that.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, the music has
And
played.
I'm not sending anybody else any more money.
Okay.
I'm honest. I really appreciate the time and the effort that you put forth. And
You're not honest, let's be honest about that. He didn't say he's not going to speak to any more young women, though, did he? I just want to point that out.
you going to Nigeria, I hope that you go back again.
What?
And I hope that you come face to face with these people.
And remember our deal, right?
Not talking to nobody don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not sending no more money.
All right, we're going to
Sounds
follow
like a
up with
plan.
you in a few weeks, all right?
All right.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you, Larry, for your time.
I
Nice
don't
meeting
think
you.
he's learnt
you.
anything, but okay.
Larry still has a lot left to learn when it comes to online dating. We felt like we got through to him, and we're hoping that he keeps his promise. Chris did end up going to the school that Sola claimed to attend out in Nigeria. He brought back some footage, and we sent it all over to Larry. No professor or any students had heard of anybody by the name of Sola. The next steps for us is to get Larry to file a police report, and we're going to send all of the evidence to law enforcement in Nigeria.
Disclaimer. Also, I feel like the people in that school's faces should have been blurred. Because they're being filmed, like, with glasses.
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream.
Go check that out. And I'll probably slap a massive emoji to cover everyone's face there. Because I feel like I should do that. I'm now going to go over and check out the comments. If I see a comment saying he's a nice guy, I think I might lose my shit, to be honest. But I think my feelings are very clear on Larry. I don't want to go too much in right now because I've said everything at this particular moment. I hope he stops this for the sake of Colette and her daughter, because the daughter, especially being his caretaker, you know, I have questions there, because why isn't, like, his brother who lives next door his caretaker? Why is Colette his caretaker? I find that, I don't want to say odd, because it's nice of Colette and the daughter to do that, but why? But yeah, for their sake, for the bloody neighbours' sake, you know, I hope he stops so that he stops taking people's money. I still don't know if it's him actually faking cancer or he had cancer previously and has used it to take money. I don't know. But whatever is the case, he's used money or he's used cancer illegitimately to get money from people. So, yeah, let's, head over, check out the comments, do tantalizing talk section, see what people are saying, discuss some things. Yip-de-doo, doop-de-doo, in a jiffy, I'll see you. Tantalizing talk time! It's a very interesting comment section on the original video for today's video. Today as in the time of recording anyway. Oh, my hair looks very squashed down. What the hell is... that's unrelated. Anyway, we'll first kick off with a member of the TT. Salute, Arena. Hope you're doing well if you're watching this. Does he actually have cancer? Because if not, he's no better than the scammer. I said the same thing. And nobody has answered my question, to be honest, in terms of Arena's question as well. Does he...
Stop it. Get some help.
Goodness me, it's such a despicable act that I had gases coming out of me. Does he actually have cancer? Does anyone know? Because I would love to know if yes or if no. But when you think about it, as I mentioned not too long ago, if he doesn't, he's no better than a scammer. little scumbag you are. But if he does, and he's taking money that's supposed to go to those treatments, but they're instead going somewhere else, that's still scumbaggery, you know? No matter which side of the coin you want to look on, It's bad. But let me know in the comments. Obviously, I've recorded this now and I've said everything. So if he doesn't, or if he does, it's not like I can retract my words. But look, as I said, no matter which side you want to look at it, it's bad either way. Next comment, I did see a few of this sort of comment. If I was 75 and had a single 65-year-old lady who looked like that next door to me, I wouldn't be looking anywhere else until I was thoroughly rebuffed by her. I ain't got a Scooby what rebuffed by her means. Rebuff is an interesting word. Let me know in the comments what does that mean. I will say though, given the fact he is a creepy pervert and he's so openly a creepy pervert, I don't think Colette would have even been a-looking for him. And with all due respect, and you can figure out if I mean that respect or not, it's a little game for you, Colette deserves better, alright? I don't think Larry would be good for Colette. So, just need to get that out into the world before people start assuming that, well, just throw Colette and Larry together, it's happily ever after. I don't bloody think so, but... And speaking of words and playing a game, what's the extent of what we can say here? I do admire their patience and respect for this guy, but personally, you borrowing from friends and neighbors for a scam and then laughing and saying, hey, I just like young women, makes you sound like an ungrateful person. I could use a stronger word. Shitbag, maybe? You wanna run with shitbag? Some might argue that makes you a bit of a dickhead. I mean, there's all sorts you could use. But understandably, in the YouTube comment section, you probably have to refrain from such words. Refrain from even saying refrain. There was a joke there, but it didn't really make sense. It's such a spit in the face. Like, I really hope people who borrowed, or essentially had their money stolen from him, don't watch that video and don't watch that ending bit as well. Because he's basically just, I stopped asking for money, so you can't get angry at me. My goodness, if that was my neighbor, I'm knocking on your door every single day, and I'm making sure you don't sleep. Give me my money right now. The next comment, we see this type of thing in most of the videos that bring up Christianity. I'm sure the first thing he noticed was Christian and not her double D twins in every picture. I understand you wanting someone who shares the same religion as you, because it's just easier to connect with someone like that, right? I completely understand that. But the people on this show, and I'm not perfect, of course, but the people on this show pick and choose when to bring religion into things, She's a nice Christian woman, sure, but everything that you are doing is probably not very Christian, Stealing money, essentially, and it is stealing because you're lying to the people about where the money's actually going, so that's stealing. Then, of course, you've got the whole preying on younger women. I mean, I don't need to say any more, do I? The next comment is an interesting question. Another gold bar case. Has anyone actually ever seen a real gold bar in person? Someone let me know. Like, I feel like I've eaten a chocolate before that's had like a gold wrapping around it. That's a gold bar. But a genuine gold bar, I've never had the pleasure of setting my 4 eyes on them. Have you? Let me know. Because if you have, then that means you're well connected and you could probably send me a gold bar. No, but seriously, has anyone ever seen a gold bar? I'm very interested to know, because surely nobody has. The next one is an interesting one. It raises maybe a good point, but actually I've got to let you in on something here. Stop blurring out the scammers' faces and names and data, expose them. In an ideal world, that would be the case. However, in terms of YouTube guidelines, you actually can't show that sort of thing, especially the data aspect. The names and the faces, the names are, I mean, I get people can search names and then find the scammer. The faces, I guess same thing, reverse image search, find the scammer. The data in particular, I remember there was an older commentary that I had that actually, I think got flagged or something. It was a while back now, because I forgot to blur out the email that the scammer was using, and it got flagged because it was something about bullying or something. And I've noticed sometimes the older catfish videos had or are down when you click on certain videos, that they have been taken down for bullying or something. I assume that's the case. So in an ideal world, you'd obviously just, out the scammer. But unfortunately, there's a fine line between raising awareness and having the video blocked, because then like you've recorded everything, you've done the investigation for no reason, and it gets blocked. It's unfortunate, but it's the way the cookie crumbles on social media. So just thought that's interesting to note, just in case anyone wonders. For this video as well, this commentary, I've slapped a bloody emoji when they reveal the scammer to Larry, because his face wasn't covered, but it was covered previously. I'm not trying to have the scammer freaking block the video or some bullshit, you know what I mean? The next comment, again, it's a discussion that needs to be had. Maybe. To be honest, you could argue, does any of this need to be discussed? This video, realistically, to some people, shouldn't even be filmed. But now this next comment is in reply to a comment talking about censorship on the Catfish channel. I am not going to say anything about that, so I'm just going to talk on this reply. People can make points without resorting to shaming a victim. I agree with this, but I also have to stress that pointing out disgusting things isn't shaming a victim, right? If someone's being a creep, if you call them a creep, that's not shaming that victim. They can control being a creep. And if they can't control being a creep, then you could argue they need some professional support ASAP, all right? So whilst I agree, and I've said similar, if you just attack a victim's appearance, for example, something they can't control, you're not really making any valuable points here, really. It's a bit childish, for example. But saying someone's creepy, saying someone's foolish, XYZ, when you relate it to their actions, I don't think that's shaming a victim. So, take of that what you will. Next up, Nicole is asking a very valuable question here. Is it worth $1,000 valuable, though? $1,000 for a COVID test? Yes. Gosh, you must not know about the new fancy COVID test that they're shoving a golden swab up your nose and down the back of your throat. Yes, choke me with the gold bar.
Daddy, chill.
Nobody screenshot any of the faces I made there and insert naughty things. Goodness, I've even got a green screen behind me. If any of you do dodgy things, I won't forgive you. And lastly, this must be a troll comment of some kind, or this is what is being referred to, or no, what am I saying? Imagine basically the comment sections of all videos in the future just looked like this, right? Larry, you are such a nice man. You deserve better than being scammed. I'm sorry, my friend. Bloody hell. I don't think I need to add too much to this. I don't think he's a nice man, but obviously other people seem to have different opinions. Could you argue, does he deserve to be scammed or not? You guys make up your mind on that. I'm just gonna say him being scammed is a result of his own actions, to be honest. Let's keep it a buck here. You know what I mean? But imagine all the comments looked like this. Like, imagine if you couldn't say, oh, this guy's a creep, whatever, right? Like, imagine censorship was a madness. Imagine this channel was freaking not my authentic thoughts. What kind of videos would these... I'm just sat there, oh, like this. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, what a nice guy. Does that make sense? It would be a 20-minute video or something. Imagine. Imagine the world where you couldn't say what you want. But don't misconstrue that as you should be able to say what you want and nothing happen to you, because consequences are a real thing. And if you're saying things for the sake of saying them, I don't care if you believe it or not. Maybe you're a shitbag or not. Catch my drift here? And you're spewing out bigotry. Don't think that there aren't repercussions. You know, people will say things back to you as well. But we might be getting off topic here. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. Knowing the TT and what we normally think and say, how we most of the time are in agreement about a lot of things, I anticipate the comments to be similar to my thoughts. But let me know, you know? See you guys next time. Stay safe online from any creepy men coming after you, you know? And vice versa. Watch out for anyone being creepy. No babes are coming to you, okay? No one in their 20s wants anything to do with you, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. Because what are your intentions, really? See you guys next time. Bye. God, I didn't think I'd be pissed off again, but yeah, here we are.